Hey everyone, I am Samiri Adam, BN4. In behalf of my group mates, I will be explaining to you and discussing to you the classroom management and how to aim a good classroom management. Why do you need to, or why do we need to have an effective classroom management, and the aspects of classroom management, and the care of routine of a classroom management, and the importance of classroom routines and procedures. And that will be our content or my content. As a teacher, you need to juggle an awful lot day to day in order to effectively fulfill your duties in a confident and assuring manner. Being able to manage classroom is essential. Classroom management is a critical skill, and knowing exactly how it works can help to ensure success, which is why we have to put together this all you need to know guide. First, I will be going to explain to you what is a classroom management. Classroom management encompasses a variety of skills and techniques that teachers can use to create a high-performing learning environment. At its core, it aims to ensure classes run smoothly, disruptive behavior from students is kept to a minimum, and teaching materials and activities promote learning. The ultimate goal is to ensure that both the students and the teacher get the most out of the classroom experience. Good classroom management should aim to create an organized and functional environment for a teacher and students, establish opportunities for academic learning and personal growth, reduce bad classroom behavior and other disruptions, be time efficient, and ensure learning time is always prioritized. Make sure students are focused, motivated, and productive. Promote an inclusive environment that caters for all ability levels. It is very important to remember that achieving successful classroom management is an ongoing process. While the above is the core of what effective classroom management is all about, how you approach it can depend on several factors, which we explore later in this discussion. So why do we need to have effective classroom management? Effective classroom management is incredibly important because without it, you will not be able to create a learning environment that has a positive classroom culture. Achieving effective classroom management also reduces the likelihood of suffering from work-related stress and anxiety, and you will probably find that it leads to a greater work satisfaction. Let's face it, we all want to be able to go to work every day with a smile. Not only will it encourage students to grow, but you will also start to perform better as a teacher, which will stand you in a good stead when it comes to career progression and development. Simply put, effective classroom management is essential. We have different classroom management strategies. Classroom management strategies can look very different depending on several factors such as course subject, age of the students, size of the classroom, your personality as a teacher, the behavior of the students. However, when researching classroom management strategies, you'll notice that there are some techniques you can use that will apply in pretty much all cases. In this section, we are going to take a look at some of those in more detail. First is create a solid lesson plan. A solid lesson plan forms the foundation of effective classroom management. Making sure expectations are clear will help to create a safe and productive learning environment for students. The lesson plan preparation should ideally be done before the start of term, so you are able to enforce the plan and any rules immediately. However, you should be able to adapt your plan where necessary, as some unforeseen circumstances may mean you need to rethink certain parts of it. Number two, it is very also important. Build positive relationship with your students. So building relationship with your students is vital. Good classroom management involves getting to know each individual's strengths and weaknesses, while also working on their interests and ambitions. This will help to build trust and not only benefits their academic learning but can also positively influence their personal development as well. At some point, we have all been a student, and from experience, we know that our favorite lessons often have to do with the teacher and the working relationship you have with them. Number three, be clear and develop reliable routines. It's therefore the role of the teacher to ensure that your instructions are clear and you have reliable routines in place to limit your their disruptions. Stay calm and focused. When classrooms start misbehaving, it's often because they have spotted a weakness and tried a chaotic teaching. While teaching can be a very stressful job, good classroom management involves having the maturity and calmness to deal with the challenging situations effectively. Be consistent in your teaching style. You should always try to keep your teaching style consistent so students know what to expect and are aware of the boundaries you set. If you teach in a completely different way every other week, this can not only be disrupted for the class but also makes the classroom harder to manage. And know when to have laugh. This is the last one. You have to know when to have a laugh. The final The final point on our list of classroom management strategies is to ensure you keep your sense of humor and have fun. Students can often be challenging, so rather than reacting badly to a certain situation and start pulling your hair out, make sure you retain your sense of humor and be more approachable. Telling the odd joke and having a laugh with your students never did anyone any harm and is a good way of building relationships with them. Obviously, you don't want to go too far the way and turn your classroom into a stand-up gig. So maintaining a balance is always the best approach. Recognizing some classroom activities is part of good management. Routines in the classroom makes class time more enjoyable and productive. They offer students a sense of stability. By having classroom rules and procedures that you follow, your students will know your expectations. Behavioral problems and distractions can decrease when students understand how to act. Importance of classroom routines and procedures. Students need to structure and familiarity as they continue to learn and develop. And classroom routines and procedures give students a predictable day. They will know what to expect each day and feel more confident and comfortable and secure in their daily activities. For younger children, a routine engages them in learning and helps them feel safe in their environment, while it helps other children know what to expect and feel more comfortable. This is why classroom routines are important. Just a reminder, if we believe in an active student learning, we must consider the variety of ways in which students are encouraged to participate.